Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Jay Ezra, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to turn your MicroKorg S into a MIDI controller. So before we start, if you ended up watching the entire video and you learned something or enjoyed it, press the like button and then also consider subscribing. I release videos every single week, so subscribe if you don't want to miss any of those. There's also links in the description for all the gear that I use in this video if you want to buy any of it. Alright, so the first thing that we have to do is actually make sure we have all the gear that's necessary to do this. So obviously you are going to want to have your MicroKorg, and then you're going to want a computer and a digital audio workstation or DAW. Alright, and then another thing that we need is actually a MIDI to USB cable. And this is the cable that's going to be connecting our MicroKorg directly to our computer. So this technique will work with most DAWs out there. I'm going to use the trial version of FL Studio, but it should work for Pro Tools and Logic, Ableton. This is going to act as a generic controller, so it should work for all of them. As long as you follow my instructions, you should be fine. And if it doesn't work for you, just let me know down in the comments and I'll try to help you out as much as I can. Alright, let's set everything up. Alright, so one of the first things we're going to want to do is actually open up FL Studio. So now that this is open, I'm going to go to Add, and then I'm going to open up MIDI. And then I'm just going to leave it there for now while we set up the MicroKorg. Alright, so here we are with the MicroKorg S. One of the first things we're going to want to do is plug in the power. Okay, after we do that, we're going to want to plug in our MIDI to USB cables. Alright, so we have our MIDI cables here. Now I'm just going to lift up the MicroKorg. And there's kind of a weird trick to this. So the MIDI out has to go into the in port, and the MIDI in has to go into the MIDI out port. So let's do that. So right here on my cable on this first one, you guys probably can't see it, but it says out. So I'm going to plug that into the in port. And then I'm going to plug the MIDI in cable to the MIDI out port. Alright, now that that's done, we can set this down. Now the other end of our cable will go into the computer. Alright, now that we have that plugged in, we can go ahead and turn on the MicroKorg. And we got to change some settings on here. So the first thing we're going to want to do, let me zoom in here. So one of the first things we're going to want to do is change this edit select switch. We're going to change that all the way down to where it says MIDI. Alright, and then after that, we're going to go over to where it says MIDI channel. And we want to make sure that's on 1. Okay, now we're going to go over to the next knob where it says local. And we want to make sure that is set to off. Next one, clock. We're going to want to make sure that is set to external. And then after that is the position. And we want to make sure that's at POS or post. At least I think that's what it means. Alright, so from there we should be able to play the keyboard, and it should work with the synthesizer that we have loaded up in FL Studio. So let's give it a shot here. So there we go, guys. That is how you set up your MicroKorg as a MIDI controller. Now there could be a lot of things that go wrong to why it might not be working for you. So one thing I'm going to say right now, if you have the regular MicroKorg, this should work just the same. Also, every DAW is different, so you might have to tweak yours a little bit to make it work. The first thing I would check is actually, I would go to my options and then go to my MIDI settings and make sure that the controller is being registered after you set all these parameters correctly, just to make sure that the DAW is even registering the controller at all. As soon as it registers the controller, it knows that it's being used as a MIDI device, then it should work. So yeah, so there's a lot of things that could go wrong. If you guys can't get yours to work, just let me know down in the comments and I'll reply as soon as I can and try to help you out. Alright guys, I hope this video helped you, and if it did, leave a like and then also subscribe so you don't miss any videos in the future. Keep making music, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.